Welcome back to the shop, guys and gals. It's hotter than the dickens outside. Boy, it's well in the 90s, 95. Last video I showed the making of this guy. No, it was made. I showed it made. I found a clip here of me making it. So for what it's worth, I thought I'd just throw it in here. One of the projects that's really been keeping me busy is trying to make this guy. I saw it a long time ago on Amazon. They sell all the parts as a practice thing for welding. Welding's doing really good. I think you can see some of it here. I mean, it's nice, it's straight. I had made one or started making one, but everything was coming out super crooked and the welds weren't good. I started grinding it down to try to make it flush to paint it, and I'm like, nah. So I wound up drawing this whole thing to scale because the dimensions were crazy. So this print will be available for anybody who wants it. Here's one, backup one or whatever. So it shows everything, all the dimensions in inches and stuff. So I've been cutting them all here on the bandsaw, horizontal bandsaw, which is not easy to cut perfect 45s. I've been using one of my homemade angle things to hold it at an angle in the bandsaw like that to cut it off, and then I still have to kind of go over to the D-bit grinder and clean them up. So yeah, this one didn't come out straight at all, so I had to grind it down to break the pieces free. Looks like I've got it kind of straight. This is still high here, so that'll be welded. But yeah, it's coming along, so it's taken me quite a while messing with this thing off camera, and the print really helped. It made a big difference on how things go together, so I can tell. What else? I know my BMW, the rear brakes were getting low. I'm looking at the left rear and it's like not even a millimeter worth of pad left. So I bought the brakes from Napa Auto and did the left side, yeah, just in time. Wanted to change the rotors, but I couldn't get the rotors free, so I had to return the rotors to Napa. And I'll just live with these guys. And then I went to do the right rear side. Pad was brand new. Evidently I screwed up pushing the piston in with a C-clamp, and it locked up, so it's never been functioning, and I had no idea. We just went through the mountains a couple of weeks ago for, I forgot what day it was, a holiday, and it wasn't pulling to the left or right. I had no clue that was a problem. Another thing, my wife's car was really on the last edge. Lexus RX 350 with 200,000 miles. Needed front tires, almost went and bought them. Rack and pinion, everything's leaking, boots are all shot, terrible ride. Finally found a car, a Volvo, what is it, XC40. Beautiful car. So they have a stupid thing that they gave us which goes sideways. So I'm trying to make some kind of a different top piece here so that on the fob it'll sit flat rather than poking out sideways, because the fob is like this and this thing goes on it like this. Like, come on, it's stupid. So I gotta somehow do it differently for that ring on the fob. So that's just kind of some stuff. Oh, the other thing here, barbecue. All of a sudden, my wife was barbecuing one night and turned the barbecue off. Everything was fine. Next time you turn it on, no gas. So I figured, okay, it's a bad regulator because I have this connected to the tank. This is not connected. You turn it on and nothing's coming out. So I ordered a replacement from Amazon and got here. Same thing, no gas, huh? Okay, order another regulator. same thing. Like 2 regulators going back. What am I doing wrong? So I ordered this one, which is for, yeah, the Broil King itself, because the barbecue is a Broil King. Same thing. So I have no idea what I'm doing wrong here. All I'm doing, I attached this to a partially full, like quarter full tank. No gas comes out. I attached this to a brand new tank, brand new, from Costco, full. No gas comes out. So I'm at my wit's end now. What in the heck? I've seen a YouTube video on how this thing works. So it should be functioning, but I'm not getting any gas, and I don't know what to do other than buy a very expensive adjustable regulator so I can get this stupid barbecue working again. So if anybody has any clue what the problem could be, please leave a comment on it. So oh yeah, I'm waiting for a replacement brake caliper. Boy, that's expensive. $100, not too bad. $100 for the right rear rebuild brake caliper for a 740i 2001. $55 core charge. Wow, I don't mind paying it because I know I'm going to get it back. But you know, there's the receipt waiting for it. Should be here Friday. Today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, today is Tuesday. So other thing is I bought one of these guys for the angle grinder. But the angle grinder RPM is so high that these brushes are just burns like a regular wheel. So I started machining a bolt down. I had cut the bolt head off and I started turning this down so I could get this thing in a drill, which I think will be nice to use, especially if I have to clean up some of these welds or so. So that's another thing I've been working with off camera. Lots of fun stuff, okay? And I thought I'd just share one more item. A little vacuum stuck down here in this little hole. Love this thing, so I just want to share it for what it's worth. Something else I haven't shared here, for what it's worth, if you guys are interested. I originally had a true shop vac in this hole, made by Shop Vac, and pretty old. I think it was somewhere around 30 years old, and it did die once. Turned out to be the power switch on the top. Replaced that and put it back in service, and I needed to be in this hole. And the problem was, this is only what, like 15 inches wide. So I knew the other one was going to die again sooner or later, and I didn't like it a whole lot because it was the traditional cone thing in the middle that you put a piece of foam over, and then you put the paper bag on top of that. So to clean it, it was always a wreck. I had to take it outside, compressed air, blow everything off. Yuck. So I kept looking for something, knowing that one was going to die, that would fit in this hole, and I could never find anything. This guy, Amazon, I think it was $49, fits beautifully. It's teeny little thing. I forgot, I think this is 5 gallon or something, but it's plenty for this space. Don't like the hose. It's really stiff compared to the other one. I liked the Shop Vac because it had tremendous vacuum. This guy has even more than that, so I was blown away. It's actually quieter. And you run it. I can't tell, I guess, on the camera how loud it is, but this is quieter. The other cool thing is it's a bag like an envelope that's inside of it, so all the chips go in the bag, and when you need to change it, you just throw it out. The machine is clean. I can probably empty the bag, but I did buy some more for what it's worth. So this thing is cool. I really like this guy. Had a ridiculously long power cord on it, so I figured out how to take it apart and shorten the cord So this is actually longer than the other cord, so I can move a little bit further and vacuum up everything in the shop. The other one, I had to move the plug over to the other bench to get down to the other lathe, you know, my first lathe. So I'm really happy with this guy. If you guys want, go look for it. Stanley 4 horsepower on Amazon. Like I said, I think it was just $49 and I like it. Again, I wish I could find another hose for it or modify this or something, but hoses on Amazon are like $40. Wow. Well, you can probably hear the air conditioning came on. Like I said, it's hot. So now for the main part of this video. I showed not too long ago my dad's angle grinder, and I love that thing. Boy, if you're into metalworking at all, get one if you don't have one. But I had showed that I needed to keep it because of the teeny little arbor on it, and I have hundreds of discs for it, and all the new stuff is 5/8. So I thought, well, let me make an adapter from it, that little thing, to 5/8 so I could mount the new stuff on it. Thought I had the thread figured out, and I ordered the tap and die from China, Wacko stuff, and it came in, and then I was thinking, I don't have a nut or anything that I can verify the threads on the grinder. So I figured, let me make a thread protector. I've got a bunch of different sizes to hold things in the lathe, so why not do this too? So this video is making the thread protector so I'd be able to verify the threads and the size on the angle grinder. And I apologize, you'll see there's a bunch missing, and it's because I forgot to turn the camera on like an idiot. So hope you enjoy watching some machining. I finally, because of that angle grinder, I got in my 7/16 16 tap and die, and it looks pretty nice too. It's well labeled. So I thought, what the heck, let me make a thread protector. Like I have a whole set in there, might as well have one for this. Why is that not falling in right? It jammed in something there, finally. So I got a piece of scrap 5/8, go in the scrap drawer. How long is this supposed to be? Can I check it up? Yeah, I should be able to grab it enough. Alright, open this up. I had made that for something special. I can't remember what it was now, but yeah, I could probably go in a fraction more. There. I'm grabbing 2 teeth on the jaw, each jaw. So there's that. Put this back in the drawer. And where is my, there it is. TCMTs, just for aluminum. They're fantastic. I like the finishes on them. Tilt it a little bit. That's a lot there. Probably about that. Alright, on, over, face it off. Where am I at? There, compounds. Oof, pull it back a bit. Face it. And where's contact? There we go. Pretty nasty cut job that scrap or supply place did. That's really crooked. I gotta go in quite a bit here. Like 20 thou, huh? There, it's starting to get it now. Yep, there it is. Good. Alright, got that all the way to the middle. Set up for power feed to clean up the outside. That goes down. I'm engaged. Take it back pretty far. Probably could use a saddle stop, but I just need to barely trim it off, clean it up. Yeah, alright. There you go. Not far enough. A little further, one pass. Then I'm chamfer the edge. Set it up for drilling. This lathe is nice now with this bed extension on this thing. I'm loving this. as it throws chips all over the place at me on the floor. Stop doing that. Almost there. Pretty quick and easy to do. I hope the chart shows me what drill bit to use for this. Alright, so that's good, right? Yeah, I see. A little dink in there. I don't like little dinks. Okay. One more pass. That's probably 1.5 thou. And take that out. Looking good. Hey, it's not throwing chips. Yeah, these TCMTs don't have chip breakers on them, so you wind up with a lot of spaghetti. Yeah, it's gone now. I don't see it. Alright, and almost done. And done. Alright, off. Take it out of power feed. Oh, I went too far. There. And put in my chamfer tool. This. Pretty quick jobs, huh? This guy goes in there. And I want it more of 45. And I'll just hand feed this. This is when I usually like the magnifying glass. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now I gotta figure out what to drill it to. So bring it back. I gotta find the charts and show it. So I'm gonna use a U drill bit, which is the size. I think hopefully that works, but this thing isn't too critical. Get that out of the way. First time using these center drills here. YG1s. I love that company. Anything that's made by them, I buy. So I've got 3 of them. This will be the first time using this guy. Look at that. Doesn't walk around, nothing. Just starts cutting. Yep, going a little further. Why not? Just because I can. And the drill bit, it's not going to fit in this chuck. I love this keyless chuck, high precision. Forgot who made it or where I got it, but they're expensive. Alright, so this chuck comes out. Put it on the bench behind me, and then I need the other chuck. This one. Okay, so Jacobs, I love them. They're great chucks. Bought them all off of eBay, new old stock. Ooh, I gotta mark this, how far in I'm gonna go. So I need a marker. All I have is blue here. And I want to go in that far, right? Yeah. Actually a little bit further than that, but geez, I'm gonna mark it way over here. Oh, that's plenty. Alright. Love these markers too. Amazon, $6 for 3 different colors. There it is. Open the chuck. Oh, chuck didn't get locked in. Now it is. Slam it in there, huh? Alright. Come on. There, finally you can go in there, huh? Alright, so there's my mark, is visible. Bring that forward. And I'm going to use tap aluminum for cutting fluid on this thing. Stuff works great. I like it. Probably could use anchor lube, but alright, here we go, huh? Look at the chips coming off that thing, man. It's beautiful. Normally I do start with something smaller. Oh, I could back up and see, make sure that the tap's going to work. Otherwise, this is real scrap. Oh, I got a long ways to go looking at that mark. Holy cow. Lots of chips. Let's back it up. Put a little juice in there. Why not? Just because I can. Chips off of both flutes. Yes. Good drill bit. I don't know where I got it from, but okay, fine. Yeah, once you get the right speed going when you're drilling, the chips just keep curling right up the flutes or whatever you call the grooves on this thing. So I'm not about to stop right now, it's just going in. Otherwise you gotta back up, clear the chips, go back in, clear the chips. Oh, this is getting pretty bad. How to keep feeding with one hand so I don't lose it. Wow. That's a lot of junk. And I got a long ways to go. I got no choice but to stop. Well, it's still going so good, huh? I think I'm almost halfway in. Back up. Put some more love juice in there, huh? Why not? That chuck isn't really that great. That's why you saw the drill bit rock off center. So hopefully I'm going to have to put an ER32 in here to do the tapping. So I want to make sure it's, well, actually this one I don't care if it's straight or not, but might as well do it right, you know? Wow, this is going to be a long time. Probably wound up, well, I'm doing a lot of talking, so I don't think I want to speed this up, time lapse. Sheesh. Alright, well, I'll bring you back when I'm ready to tap. I'm really shocked at this. I was originally using drill hog cutting fluid, which I really like, but maybe that's just for steel. So I switched to the, because it was fighting me with the drill hog fluid. So I switched to Tap Magic and it just went right in. You saw the chips there. Boy, this is a pretty bad plug tap. This is more like almost a taper tap. But this stuff works, because the other one, it was going to start sliding in the vise, spinning. I'm almost there now. I could probably modify this, just take it over to the D-bit grinder and grind a bunch of the tip off of this thing. But I can go straight in without reversing it, backing it out. Whereas the drill hog, it wasn't going to do it. I don't know how far, there I am now. It just goes in. Boy, it hurts though. It's a lot of force, let me tell you. I'm not sure how I'm going to finish the tapping, because I don't want to clamp on my finished surface, but wow, where is the bottom here? It just goes right in. It's incredible. Look at that. You get a good grab on this handle, it doesn't hurt as much. I should be close to the bottom by now. Does this move? Yeah, it does. Get in the center. There, that's the bottom now. So all the way through, all I have to do is part it off, and I'll have, what was it, 7/16, 16 thread protector. I'm going to try to catch the chips, because I really don't want to bring the vacuum over here to clean up the bench. Look at them all. Wow. That's a lot of chips, boy. Alright. I guess I'm almost done with this project. Just part it off. Like I said, that's a pretty nice tap, whatever it is. It's pretty nice. Alright, well, let me just part it off and see how far the threads... Oh, I can do that now. This little magic toy I told you guys about, I use this thing all the time. How far did the threads go? If I'm on the side, I went... How deep? Nope, I didn't cut all the threads. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but pretty cool. Deburr that and stuff. Well, there it is. Sorry I didn't tape parting it off, but that's pretty easy to do. It's labeled 7/16/16, and I just put the tap in the lathe chuck pair of plastic pliers on it and I could finish the threading on it, the tapping. So, but yeah, I've got thread protectors, all the metric, all the imperial, going all the way down. I didn't bring the other sets out, but there's 7/16, 14, 16, and 20. So it goes right in there. It should fit too, right? Never tried it. Yep, fits right in. Oh, it's taller than the others. Have to take that down a little bit more. No, seems like it's the same height. No, it's higher. So, okay. I did get the right one out. Yeah, there it is. That's why I labeled it. So I'm not going to make another block and a label right now, you know. So I'm just going to throw this in the drawer with the tap, because how often am I going to use something weird like this? Yeah, I guess I will turn it down now. Just get it smaller and then rechamfer the edges and stuff. So, hope you enjoyed, and I just wanted to show what I do for protecting threads. You screw something in there and you clamp this in the lathe chuck and you go about it. You can put a nut on the threads or whatever you put in there. And I've used these things like left and right. Well, you got to see a little bit of machining. Now the final conclusion about the thread protector. Alright, here's the sad part to the story. Need a new brake caliper on the right rear of my car. It seems like the piston seized in it for some reason. $100 for another caliper, rebuild. It actually says BMW in it, so it's original. Wish I had my dad's angle grinder here, but it's stowed away in the attic, and I'm not going in a 200-degree attic to bring it down. But like I had said, I was trying to make an adapter for it, and I finally said, you know, forget it. These things are cheap on Amazon. Who makes this thing? This was an AVID. I think it was $49. So I had realized, you know, I said I didn't have the guard for the other grinder, my dad's. So that's part of the reason why I bought this. Came with 2 grinding discs, which are total junk in my opinion. They wiped out. 2 cutoff discs that are super thick, and this flap disc. I've been using this, and this sucker is hanging on there really a lot. So I'm loving this guy. And now I can buy anything off the shelf, you know, Harbor Freight or whatever. Replaced the power cord on it because the other one was really stiff and short. So this came off of Amazon too. Really nice cord. But I like this grinder so much that I bought another one. Figuring, well, hopefully I can turn it down. Yeah, there's 4 screws. You remove the 4 screws and the whole thing comes out. Big worm gear on the back of it. Put it in the lathe chuck. Turn this down. Yeah, I realized too that I found on my dad's thing, real small print, made in Korea. So yeah, it's metric. Turns out it's 10 millimeter. So my thread protector and buying the tap and die, just waste of money. Okay, so I pulled it out, stuck it in the lathe, turned it down, and I had the 10 millimeter. Yeah, somebody in that video too said, "Ooh, there's a dent in this disc." Oh, it's starting to come apart. I may have to replace this. Somebody left a comment that it said he thought it was 10 millimeters. Well, congratulations, you were right. So I turned this down. I had the 10 millimeter die, but I thought, let me just do it on the lathe with the threading tool. The threading tool, carbide, wouldn't even scratch or leave a mark on the thing. Boy, is that hard. I mean, come on. So I tapered it and I tried the threading die. Boy, was it a job. They've got a flat spot. I left it in the chuck, in the lathe. Put a wrench on the flat spot here and put a wrench, big wrench, on the threading die, and boy, I fought that thing. It took all my strength to thread it. I am not even threaded all the way. which I probably, oh, I gotta make another spacer so this drops down a little bit further, and then that'll go on a little bit further. So I managed to do it. As you can see, one of my dad's discs is on it, and I don't know why there's a dent in here. This looks unsafe. The edge is starting to come apart. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that away and put another one on it. But I have another one. I can use all my dad's discs, and I have this one. Oh, and I replaced the cord on this one too, because the other one, again, really stiff and way too short. So that's the sad part of the story. Bought a threading die and tab from China that was not necessary. I wish I would have been able to figure out that that was 10 millimeters. I don't know what really threw me off. Yeah, it was the Imperial Threads, a perfect match. I think it was 12 TPI. The metric didn't fit it, and yet it is 10 millimeters, so go figure. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed.